Today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts One Piece Nami figure. So what is going on, everybody? How is everyone doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Nami from One Piece, and this is a figure Tamashii Nations really didn't do a good job with. Yeah, I know it's an older figure, but there's just a lot of stuff off about it. I mean, it's okay, but it's not the best piece to have in your collection. But anyway, let's get into the review and start off with the packaging for Nami. So Nami comes in the basic SH Figuarts One Piece packaging. We do get blue and white for the main colors of the box with some orange and brown mixed in it, and just like the Luffy and Sanji figure, the entire packaging looks like a pirate map. It does say SH Figuarts One Piece there, Nami on the side. We do get the Straw Hat Pirate symbol, the window there on the bottom says One Piece, Toei Animation Bandai, the bottom of it is the barcode on the ball stuff that nobody cares about. The top of it says the same thing as the front, and we get a tiny little window there, and then the side of it says the same thing as well. We do get an image of the Nami figure, and then the other side of it, we do get the Straw Hat Pirate symbol, says Nami there, and then the back of the packaging shows a bunch of different poses you can get the figure into along with some of her accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Well, let's get this figure open and take a closer look at Nami. Alrighty, so taking a closer detailed look at Nami, and Tamashii Nations just did an okay job with this piece. The one thing I hate the most though is her face sculpt. I mean, that looks horrible. It looks nothing like Nami. The paintwork looks fine, but the sculpt work was just done really bad because it doesn't look like the character at all. And there's another face sculpt that looks just like this one and doesn't look like Nami, so you really can't even use them. The sculpt of the hair looks good. I mean, nothing much going on there, but for what it is, they did a nice job with the hair sculpt. Another thing I don't like is the skin tone is all different shades of color. So that's something that's not too good either. So that's another negative about this figure. The shirt looks good, and so does her boobs, as you can see. We do get brown and yellow for her shirt. Another thing that's off to me is on the chest of the shirt and on the back, it's glossy around the brown part. But on the shoulders, it's not glossy at all. And I don't know who I bought this figure from, but it looks like they had it out in the sun because the shoulder joint there, the paint is kind of faded. So that's kind of annoying. I mean, the paintwork looks pretty good. I do have a little bit of yellow paint on the brown right there, but the rest of the yellow paint seems to be done pretty well on it. So nice paint and sculpt on the shirt right there. Same with the stomach and the arms, nice sculpt work on them. We do get these, the compass right here for the Grand Line. I forgot what it's called, and she does have a bracelet. Those look pretty cool, and it's cool that you can remove them because they are separate pieces, so I found that pretty cool. We do get her skirt. The sculpt and paint seem to be pretty good on it, so nice job on that. We do get brown, yellow, and white for the main colors of the skirt. The legs look alright, but these are a totally different shade of skin tone compared to the rest of the skin tone on the figure, because this is a plastic. Meanwhile, I think the rest is painted. That's why it's all different shades of skin tone color. But another thing I don't like is her feet. There's just something really off about them. These toe hinges just make it worse. And another thing is her heels. They aren't even with the front of her foot right there, so she won't even stand properly. So that's another big disappointment about the sculpt as well. But other than those flaws, they did an alright job, but they really failed with this Nami figure when it comes to the detail. But anyway, let's continue on. And just wanted to say, when you interchange the hands, be careful with the left one, because these bracelet pieces can pop off and you can lose them very easily. So just be careful when you interchange the hands. Just wanted to mention that. Anyway, continuing on. Moving on to the accessories, we get a bunch of cool stuff included with Nami, and this is probably the best part about this figure. We do get an effect piece, and I believe this is supposed to be her lightning effect. I'm not 100% sure about that, because I haven't fully watched One Piece. to what episode they're at now. But it is a very nice yellow translucent plastic and some good sculpt work on it, so that's pretty cool looking. You can insert her bow staff into it like so, and then you could have her using it with that effect piece on there, so pretty cool looking. We do get her fully connected bow staff, which is a very, the blue paint, I'm really digging that color. That looks really nice. We do get some sculpted lines in each of the balls there, and then same with the other side, and there's some black paint in them. So pretty cool looking, and she does hold her bow staff perfectly fine. And then we do get the separated pieces of her bow staff. We get these two right here. Nice paint and sculpt on them, so we get those. And then we get the third piece, which you can holster on her belt, on her skirt. So nice paint and sculpt on this. And the way you do it is right here, you just pop that off, and then you just pop this on, and then it just holds on there like that. So pretty cool that you have the option to have her holster her bow staff. But those are the weapons are included with Nami. And we also get 9 interchangeable hands. We get a pair of open, like, resting hands. So nice sculpt work on these. You can see these sculpted fingernails, so that's pretty cool. So we get a pair of open hands, and then we get a pair of like karate chop type hands. Nice sculpt work on these too. You can see her fingernails sculpted on there. And then we also get a pair of gripping hands with her thumbs out to grip onto her bow staff. Nice sculpt work on those. And then of course we get a pair of fists. Pretty cool. And then the last hand here is a right thumbs up hand. So those are all the interchangeable hands with Nami, and then we also get 5 interchangeable faces, and we get this one right here, which is the normal looking face sculpt that they did a horrendous job with, because this does not even look like Nami, but the paint is very well done on it. The sculpt is just horrible. And then we get this one here, which is pretty much the exact same. Her eyes are just looking off to the right. So these two I think are just completely useless because it doesn't even look like the character. And with these faces, there's a slight difference. The one on the left, she's smiling a little bit more than the one on the right. But the paint work is fine on them. So we get those 2 interchangeable faces, and then we also get the laughing, smiling face sculpt. This is a good one you could use. This looks more like Nami. But the paint, very well done on it. You got her eyelashes, nice clean paint around the eyebrows and the mouth. So nice work on that one. And then we get this one here where her eyes have the berry symbol, which is money in the pirate world in one piece. But nice paint sculpt on it. Nice clean paint for the berry money symbol there. And then the last one here is the yelling angry face sculpt when she usually is beating the crap out of Luffy or Sanji or Usopp. But nice paint and sculpt on this as well. But anyway, those are all the accessories included with Nami. Let's keep moving on with the review. So now for the height of Nami, she stands just about 5.5 inches tall, and then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Monkey D. Luffy figure and the SH Figuarts Sanji figure. And then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Harley Quinn figure and the SH Figuarts Android 18 figure. And then here she is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakening Warrior Super Saiyan Goku figure and the SH Figuarts Premium Color Super Saiyan Vegeta figure. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, we get 1 point at the upper neck and 1 at the lower neck. So the upper neck joint, her head looks up about that much and down about that much. So nice movement there. Do get some okay pivot, and then it does swivel. The lower neck joint goes forward and back a little and then pivots slightly, and then we do get some swivel there. So we get some pretty good movement at the neck joints there. Then we get a point of articulation under her boobs, and it does go forward and back. It does slightly pivot, and it swivels as well. Then the waist joint goes forward and back. It does pivot, and it only swivels a little bit because of the shape of her body and the skirt. As you can see, it does hinder when you try to swivel it. So you get better swivel movement under the chest joint right there. Now for the arms, we get a nice armpit joint. It's very weird looking, but we do get some nice movement in there. These shoulder joints go up a lot more than 90 degrees. They do go up and down. No bicep swivel, but we got it right there at the shoulders, so that's cool. Single bend at the elbow that bends in pretty much all the way. We do get a swivel and a hinge at the wrist. Now for the legs, they only kick forward about 45 degrees. and they don't go to the back at all. They kick out to the side, a little less than 90 degrees. And then we do get some swivel up there. We get a single bend at the knee. Now for the ankles, they do swivel. They hinge up just a little bit. They hinge down all the way. And then we do get some very nice pivot there. And then the toe articulation barely hinges up, but you can snap her toes and bend it all the way down. Such a weird point of articulation the way they did it there. But anyway, that is the articulation for Nami, which is okay. You do get some hindered spots of movement, but you do get some pretty decent articulation with this piece. But overall, I do not recommend the SH Figuarts Nami. Tamashii Nations really failed at making this figure. I know it's an older piece, but it is bad for an SH Figuarts. I mean, if you're a hardcore One Piece fan, Nami is one of your favorite characters, and you like completing figure lines, you can get her because she is extremely cheap, but you are buying it at your own risk, because personally, I really don't think it's a great figure. Some of the issues with this piece, the first one is 2 of the face sculpts are horrendous. They don't even look like Nami, so I think it's a complete waste, and they're useless. You can't even use them. Another is the skin tone coloring is all over the place. That's a big disappointment right there, so that's another flaw to this figure. And another main flaw is her feet. I don't know what Tamashii Nations was thinking. You can't even stand her up properly, so that's a disappointment right there. And then her heels are shorter than the front of her feet, so they're not even, so she doesn't stand flat-footed on the ground, so that's another disappointment right there. And the toe articulation is just extremely odd the way they worked it in there. I mean, those are my main issues. The articulation is okay. You do get some hindered movement, but you do get some alright articulation with this piece. I think the best part of this figure is definitely the accessories. You get a bunch of awesome stuff included with Nami, and the detail was just done okay. And if you would like to get the SH Figuarts Nami for your collection, she does cost about 30 bucks. That's how much I paid on Amazon, so you could check on there, or eBay, or you could also check with my buddy from agelessgeeks.com, or you could join the Ageless Geeks Facebook group. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts One Piece Nami figure. Hope you enjoyed my review. If you want to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share and favorite the video too. And if you like to, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, just give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. But thanks for watching. I will see you later. And this is a figure that Tamashii Nations really did not do too good of a job with. There, the side of it says this thing, yeah. And then the side of it says this thing, share. And the SH Figuarts Android 16, oh, that's 18. So now for the height of Nami, she stands about, never mind, she fell on the ground. So now for the height of Nami, damn it, she fell. She stands just, whoa, you bitch, oh, you could see up her skirt.